Hi guys, it's Roxanne and it has been a while, if I must say. Look at my beautiful, very off topic of today's video, but look at my beautiful array of pills I have to take every day. Yay! So, as you can see in the title, today I'm going to be talking about being a student, having taken a gap year, coming back into studies during a pandemic. That is a long title, but I could just make it being a student during the pandemic, but I actually had a gap year, took a gap year, so it's not exactly that. So yeah, I thought I was gone. Oh god, you can hear the plane. And we're back again, sorry. There was an airplane and I didn't want you guys to hear it. So yeah, I decided I originally planned of making a structured video about this, but I've been contemplating about this video for since I started back my studies. So I kind of know what I'm going to talk about. So first of all, we're going to talk about my gap year. So I graduated from my diploma, whatever I did, and I worked 6 months. It was hell. Didn't suit me at all. So I quit my job and I stayed with my parents for 5 months. And in those 5 months, the pandemic happened. And then I didn't know what to do with my life. And so one day, I was like, I was so lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to go back to working, if I was going back to studying. I didn't know. And then, on the 1st of May, or the 2nd of 2020, I was like, Dad, I'm going to go back to studying. So I went back to studying. And it meant I had to go back to France, which is where I am currently. It went, as you saw in my previous videos, I traveled during the pandemic to come to France, and so I came to France and I got rejected by almost all the diplomas I asked for because my career choice previously had no correlation with what I was choosing, except for one, which is the University of Bordeaux, Montaigne. I started my studies completely blind. I thought I was going to understand or be a good student, but it turns out it wasn't at all what I was expecting it to be, because there are so many things I find as someone who wants, because I decided to do English as studies, and I thought I was going to learn how to teach English to kids in France and such, which technically I did, but at the same time I was learning how to teach English in French, which is not very logical. So that really impacted me a lot, a lot, and so it put me through a lot of stress. Not the kind that was as bad as my first year during my hotel management studies, but quite bad, because I was lost. I didn't know what I was doing. I literally was going with whatever was happening, and it was not fun, at all. I did my exams. Honestly, to be honest with you guys, my first semester and my second semester, I don't have high expectations. So I got my grades. They really weren't great. It was really bad. I took it really badly. I took it well, but it made my brain so worried for this second semester exams, which didn't go as well as I hoped, even though I worked hard. And now I fear for the possibility of getting my diploma. So that was part 1, introducing what my year has, 2 years-ish, or a year and a half has been like. Now I'm going to talk about the studies. it was interesting because there's like, I like history and literature, and there was that, and so I was able to do those topics. But like there's other topics that I didn't like as much, or the teacher was a real ass. Teachers were real asses. And also I'd like to mention that I never actually went to a university, so this was the first time I was going to university, and it left a really bad taste in my mouth. Ever since I'm young, and even during my hotel management studies, I was kind of guided by my teachers. Like they were there for us. They were they were empathetic. They were here to make you progress. They were like, you felt like a real proper connection between the students. And I understand this pandemic, being a student during the pandemic, because you're in video conference, you don't actually have this contact with the teacher, and so you're obviously, that's lacking. And then when I say I had teachers that were asses, they really were. If they see this, I don't care. You know who you are. For example, we had a teacher that really, he thought that he literally told us we were shit, which is absolutely fantastic during a pandemic where depression and anxiety and psychological issues are on a peak. Good job, sir. And then we had another teacher, we complained about her, so she got the message, but she was still, when she was grading us, obviously, because we all have terrible grades. But yeah, one highlight though I have to say about this year, was that my classmates, even though I never actually really met them, I met some of them because in the first 2 weeks of my university year we had like class, but after that it stopped, and like actual in-person class. They are gems. Really, we worked so well together, and like apparently in other classes it wasn't as nice going. So yeah, I want the highlight, if I have to say, of the year. Like without them, I'm pretty sure I would have been even more lost in my studies. Like really, really lost. And so yeah, and then I had brilliant teachers as well. Some really, really great teachers. Like my history, topics are super interesting. Certain classes are super interesting, and certain teachers are super awesome, and they were in these interesting classes sometimes. So that's like a plus as well. The fact that I mean, being in France, it's not for me. I witnessed this the hard way when I first moved here on my first year. I still love this country very much. I'm sorry if you can hear the birds outside. They be singing, okay? They be singing like crazy. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. I wasn't ready to go back to working in a environment that I didn't want to work in, which was hotel management. I decided when I quit my job, I was like, it means I'm quitting the industry. Like, I know it's radical, but that's how I felt. Because ever since I started my hotel management studies like 3 years ago, after I ended it, I really felt like it wasn't for me, but I still finished it because I was like, I need a diploma to at least like have something to back me up. So I finished it, but does it mean that I'm happy? No. With it. But at least if ever I want to go back, if ever, I have the possibility. I know this is a little bit of a long video for just me ranting about this year as a student being in a pandemic, but it was really, I understand everyone. It was a hard year for every student. First years, second years, third years, newcomers like me coming from different areas, and even like gap year students. Like this year was hell, like proper. if you want to study, find yourself like a good group, support group during this time, and like try to bond at least with one or two people in your class, even though you can't actually meet them at the right now. It's really important. It really helps. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. I probably have more to say, but since I decided to not structure the video, I don't have anything else right now. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for all the people who were there with me, my best friends, my classmates, some of my teachers, my family for being with me during this year, my psychologist who helped me a lot. I will see you guys in the next video, the next video is a cooking video, and then the one after that is a vlog that I've been wanting to post, but I had to put this video first because I decided after I finished my exams I was going to release this. Since I finished my exams, I'm releasing this video, making and releasing this video. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to know what my mental state was, if you're a friend watching, then that's what happened. This is what happened. I'm a mess. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Please be you. Stay safe. Peace out. Peace.